Welcome back to Windsor Spitfires TV. I'm Manny Paiva with the Director of Hockey Operations and General Manager of the Windsor Spitfires, Bill Bowler. Bill, another season is upon us. How excited are you for the upcoming year?
Yeah, this has been a long summer. Real excited. It's about time, and we're real excited about this group.
A lot has happened this summer. First overall pick, Ethan Belches, brand new coach, and Greg Walters. You had a very competitive training camp, and then a perfect preseason, 5-0. When you look back over all that, what has stood out for you about the process? Because I know you're big on the process.
Yeah, no, we look at our roster. We think we have a talented enough group to compete now. You put in place a coaching staff that we feel is the perfect fit for this group. We're ecstatic. We're happy where we are. Last season, we finished where we had to. Casey Torres did an unbelievable job manning the bench. It was a tough process finding a new coach. Greg was our guy, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we just couldn't, announce it at the appropriate time. So everything's falling into place. You touched on getting the first overall pick, Ethan Belches. This obviously is a game changer when you get that type of player. We've added an import player, Protus, who's still at Washington Capitals camp. And a couple more additions. We like our group. We don't think it's going to take us long to get back to where we think we should be.
What did you learn about your hockey club through the training camp and the exhibition season?
We've got the summer the veterans or the returning players had was unbelievable. These guys came back committed, and it showed here in the last month. And then looking at our young players, we don't put a timeline on any development or growth. The reality, though, is these young players can play, and they've shown it. It's a different animal come regular season. We know that it's only training camp, but it still is a good indication of how they perform. We think the future's real bright with the 08 age group. You gel them and mix them in with what we currently have. We paid our dues there at the end of last year, and you see these young, hungry players, and even that's with the 7 kids that were at NHL camps. We love this group. Can't wait for Wednesday.
Let's dive into that a little bit. When do you expect some of the NHL picks to come back to your club?
Yeah, well, we have Cole Davis is returning today. Tanias Matherin has returned. Cristofaro has returned, and we're just waiting on the Green Tree. Protus and Spelisi are still up in the air. Connor Walton, of course, was back here a couple days ago as too. So still waiting on 3 players. And for their sake, I hope they stay as long and get to enjoy that experience. But there's no question we think they need some more seasoning here in the OHL.
And heck, if they spend some time in the NHL a little bit more, that will only help as they prepare for another OHL season. Bill Bowler, the GM of the Spitfires, is our guest. Will we see 4 16-year-olds in your lineup this year?
I believe so, yeah. You may see 5 or 6 when it comes to call-ups or AP situations. And you never want to throw a player into a situation they can't, deliver in or perform. And the reality is, for their sake and their development, we think this is the right thing. So, we're going to see 4 16-year-olds, and again, it'll unfold the way it's supposed to, and they'll determine how much ice time they get. But if for whatever reason it doesn't, you can always alter a plan or change how you're doing things. But as I stated, we think this is the right decision, and these guys are ready for some Ontario Hockey League.
You always like to keep a couple extra bodies around. Is that what we're going to see here this year at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, we've, again, till we wait to see what happens with the NHL players returning, until Wednesday shows up, you're always leery of injuries and suspensions. And so we just got to wait and see till Wednesday night, the first game in Saginaw. But we like our depth. We love our affiliate in LaSalle. There's players there that we are very comfortable them playing up. But we're going to carry a few extra bodies, let it shake out, and see exactly what players are the best fit here. But people are going to be challenging. We love our depth. We've worked hard. The organization has with Frank Avola and his scouts to try to get enough players here that there's healthy competition, and we believe we have that, and it's going to obviously show come game time.
By the exhibition season, if looking at the exhibition season and even training camp, it doesn't look like this team is going to struggle to score. Um, I know the biggest area that you have focused on and Greg Walters has focused on is also trying to keep pucks out of your net. Are you happy with both the offensive and defensive side of the games?
Yeah, I think offensively, I don't want to say you're ever content or set. There's tons of improvement there, but there's no question that we have to focus on our team defense. And right now, the addition of Matherin, the graduation and the maturity of some of our returning players is huge. And then I can't stress enough the structure and um, the coaching that's going to be applied this year is going to be beneficial. Last year, it's not fair to put young players in situations they had to play in. That's on the GM. But again, you get in the wrong injuries. We know Toure was a healthy or missed a lot of hockey towards the end of the year, et cetera, et cetera. With the healthy bodies, the age of the players, and just the overall talent of our team, we think we have a chance to lower that goals against average. And the summer that Joey Costanza and Carter Froggatt have had, we think these guys are capable and are going to have great years in the net for us.
Every fan that has come out to watch you, whether it be at the WFCU or LaSalle or Lakeshore, pretty excited about the upcoming season and wondering where Windsor fits in the mix in that Western Conference. How competitive do you feel the Western Conference and specifically the West Division will be?
Yeah, we like our hockey team. I've used analogies with what's gone on last year, Oshawa, and it's not. I don't think we're in a long rebuild here, Manny. I think you look at the four teams in our division. Obviously, Saginaw, you'd think might take a step back just because of the great season and what they did last year, hosting and all the players they needed to acquire, et cetera, et cetera. Flint on paper has added a lot of good players, and then I think Sarnia and Sioux are similar to us, but. Where we are and what the players we had and the additions I had, I don't want to be too confident, and I'm not going to answer this question, but we're going to surprise a lot of people. So I'm going to leave it at that.
You are always the politician, Bill. I love it. I think it's fantastic. How excited are you?
Let's just say this, Manny. With this hockey club finished first couple years in a row in the West, and unfortunately we had to take a step back. But I don't know if anybody will be surprised if we're competing again.
It's great to hear, and I know the fans will love that answer as well. Lastly, how excited are you to have meaningful games again?
Yeah, again, it's too long. But again, as general manager, you, along with the people you trust and respect, make decisions, and there's no question we're going to be playing playoff hockey. And it's summer's way too long, and exhibition was fun, but obviously things change here on once the regular season commences.
Appreciate your time, Bill, and good luck as the season gets started.
Love it. Thank you.
Bill Bowler, the general manager of the Windsor Spitfires. Hope you enjoyed this interview. Plenty more on the way. Make sure you like and subscribe and continue to watch for more content on Windsor Spitfires YouTube.